Hi guys, today I will be doing a get ready with me / story time of how I got kicked out of a club. I'm gonna turn the camera a bit so you can see what I'm doing. So first I'm gonna do my brows. I forgot to take that out. Okay, so first I'm going in with this palette. No, it's a contour palette, but like this brown is the perfect shade for my brows, so I'm using that. So yeah, the story starts when my best friends and I, my girls and I, we went on a holiday in Italy, Rimini, and we had to drive like 16 hours to get there. We were in traffic and it was so annoying, and the only time that I had to give directions is the only time that we got lost. So yeah, that tells a lot about me. And we wanted to have fun on our first night out, so we decided to go to a club. But in our town there wasn't any clubs. Like there were clubs, but they were all closed, and people around basically told us, yeah, in Rimini there's only there's COVID, but in Riccione there's no COVID. So that meant that we could go to the club there. So we decided to go out there, but we knew nothing about it. We just thought we were gonna take the bus to the town and then find the club from there. Actually, we didn't even know which club we were going to. So that started off well. First of all, it took us hours to get ready. I'm kind of like a guy, so I get ready pretty fast, and I wasn't doing any crazy makeup back then. I started doing like crazy makeup recently, like maybe a year ago. So I got ready super fast, and we were all wearing dresses, and some had bought the dresses like the same day, and yeah, we were looking hot as hell. Wait a sec. And so we take the bus, we go to the next city, and we start walking and seeing which club we want to go to. Like, we thought that in the middle of the city we'd find a club and go to that club, right? But actually, when we got to the city, we were like in the middle of like the town, and there were shops and like bars. So we didn't know where we were going. So yeah, we decided we wanted to have a cocktail at this one bar. So we went there. The cocktails weren't even that good, and they were really expensive. So I was a bit cranky by then because I was severely depressed. I wasn't taking any of my meds, and I was drinking a lot. So I got cranky when we didn't drink. So this was the first drink of the night, and it was not enough for me. So then when we left, we decided to go to this one club that we searched online, and we didn't know how to get there because, well, we didn't know how to take the bus. We didn't know anything about it. To go to the city, we didn't even pay the bus because we didn't know how to do that, which is kind of dumb, but whatever. Yeah, I'm going in with concealer over my acne and red spots. So yeah, we didn't know how to go there, so we kind of walked around, and during this time we were doing like dares. Actually, I was doing dares because I was the only one doing the dares because I'm kind of crazy I'm the crazy one in the group. So they were setting me up to do all these dares. I ended up like going in a fountain, like a small fountain, so I only had like till my calves. I only had water till my calves. I wasn't like drenched in water or anything, but it was still annoying because I had to take off my shoes and put them back on, right? And then I had to ask strangers to take our picture, and like I had to do all this stuff for my friends. So I was getting a little bit cranky because I was doing all the work, and and we hadn't had a drink in like 45 minutes by then. So then we decided to like really get going to the club because it was like 11 midnight and the club was going to close at like 3, so we wanted to get there pretty soon. So we walked and we walked and we walked. We tried to follow directions on Google Maps, and we just walked like in these really sketchy areas, and we kind of got lost. But I was getting really, really bitchy because I hadn't had a drink in like an hour, and we finally got to the club. And then we had to do this huge queue, and we're like, oh, great, that's annoying. Now I'm going in with Catrice All Matte Shine Control Powder or whatever. I received this too. So we get to the club, there's a huge line, and we decide, well, we don't have time to go to another club, so let's just go in this one and hope we don't have to pay too much to stay like an hour or two. So we're in the line, we meet some guys who were also from Switzerland, and they were pretty nice, but they weren't like hot, so whatever. So we're in line, we're talking to them, we're getting excited about it, but I'm getting really, really, really bitchy at this point because I haven't had a drink in like an hour and a half, and I was a raging alcoholic back then, so I needed my drink. But we didn't have any drinks because we weren't in the club. So, what happens next? We get to the front of the line, and my friends are like, yeah, yo, Tina, you have to talk to the bouncer and ask him. And I'm like, I'm not the one who speaks Italian in this group, because we were in Italy, right? And I have a friend who speaks Italian, and I was like, why aren't you the one talking, right? And then one of my other friends was like, Tina, you're not making any efforts. And that like switched me off. Like I just got livid. Like I was so mad that she said that, because in my mind I was doing so many efforts like just to exist, I guess. And now I'm going in with concealer under my eyes, and that just made me mad, like so fucking mad. So I screamed at her, and then I stormed off, like I do, in the middle of a town that I don't know, in the middle of nowhere, because the club wasn't in town. It was like at the edge of the town, and like in suburb. And so I storm off. I go in the little suburb and I walk, and I don't know where I'm going. I'm hesitating to go home, but then I'm like, no, I want to drink. So I want to drink as an alcoholic would, right? So I walk up the street and I find this little, like 2 minutes away from the club, this little now I'm going in with my NYX HD Studio finishing powder, whatever it is, under my eyes. So I get there and I ask for a beer. I pay the beer, which wasn't really expensive, so that was nice. I drink the beer, and then my friends call me, and since I had my alcohol, I was like, yeah, I'm fine. So I went back with them. I got in front of the line with them. They had lost like 10 minutes or so. So I arrived, and then my friend who speaks Italian was like, yeah, I'm gonna talk to the bouncer. So we got in. We had to pay a lot because we were supposed to buy tickets beforehand. So we had to pay a lot to get in, which was kind of annoying. I'm gonna curl my lashes because I don't want it to smudge my eyeliner if I do it after. So yeah, we got in. That's story. We got in, so we were happy. We had a drink. We even got a free ticket for a drink, and we're like, okay, nice, we're in. And remember, we were doing dares that night. I was doing dares, actually, because my friends weren't doing any dares. It's really hard to talk and do eyeliner at the same time. So So we see some poles because at times it was also a strip club. So we saw poles. Well, actually, I saw the poles and I was like, I need to go on them. I need to go on one of them, right? And my friend was like, okay, yeah, I dare you to go on it. And I didn't even think twice. I got up. Mind you, I was in a mini dress. Like, I was in a mini dress, so everybody could see my ass, right? I got on there. I didn't give a fuck. It was really fun while it lasted. Everybody was cheering me on. I was like, yeah, so cool. But, but then I felt two large hands on my thighs pulling me down. And I was like, what the fuck is that, right? Turns out it was security. So they pull me out. Wow, it's really hard to do eyeliner at the same time. He pulled me out and dragged me outside, right? And I was kind of surprised because I wasn't ready for that. So I started having an asthma attack, right? So the security that was outside was like, are you alright? What happened? And meanwhile, my friends who didn't have the courage to ask strangers to take pictures of us start yelling at security. And they were like, oh, but she's sick, you can't do that to her, she doesn't know right from wrong, like she's not like her own self and shit. And they were yelling at them. I don't know exactly what happened, right? Because I was outside and I was like, what am I gonna do now? Like I don't, like, I have my friend's stuff, I have my friend's phone, I don't know what to do because I was like the only one who had a bag, right? So I thought I was gonna wait for them. They were yelling at security and basically they got to come out with me, and I was like having an asthma attack, and at the same time I was bawling my eyes out because I think it was because of the surprise. Like it took me by surprise that this guy like pulled me down and threw me out of the club. Like I didn't think that would happen or anything. So I think it was that's why I got an asthma attack and started crying because it took me by surprise. So I was outside and then I see my friends coming in, like, and I hear them yelling at the security. I'm like, whoa, they didn't want to ask strangers for directions or anything, but now they're yelling at security. So I was like, okay, now you have balls, right? Oh, my eyeliner isn't good today. By the way, this is a Maybelline eyeliner. I don't really like it, but like, it's fine. Yeah, I guess that works. Whatever. So at that point, we're all outside. I'm crying, and then the guy who threw me out comes to me and he's like, you know what? When you're calmed down, you can go back in. Basically, he came back, he gave me a box of tissues, like a little pack of tissues, and he gave me a ticket for a free drink and said, you can go back in once you're calmed down. And I was like, okay, that's nice. So then we got back in, and that's kind of the end of the story, except like, well, we had fun. My friend kissed like some random dudes. That was funny. Because she just gotten out of a relationship. Wait, do I put on eyelashes or not? I don't know. I'm kind of too lazy for that. I don't think so. Okay, no. So yeah, we got back in, we had fun, we danced a bit, but we didn't have much time because, because that whole ordeal took some time out and we were already late when we got to the club, right? So we got out, we saw the same Swiss guys and they were really nice, and we took the bus back home with them, and there's only one who stayed with us, and we decided to go on the beach. We bought some alcohol, and the guy at the shop was like really scared about it because he was like, I'm not allowed to sell you alcohol at this time, and I'm like, please. And so we kind of had to hide it. So then we went on the beach, and we took a bunch of photos. Photos, pictures, whatever you want to call them. We took a bunch of them, and I'm gonna insert some here. It was really fun. It was the sunrise, and it was lovely. Wait, my eyeliner is so not. What did I do? Whatever. That's annoying. Okay, I have to start over. So we took a bunch of pics, and it was actually pretty fun night, right? I guess that's better. I guess. I'm gonna go in with my contour palette again. So yeah, we had fun. That was an eventful night out. And it's a fun story. Like I can say to people, yeah, I got kicked out of a club because I went on a pole dance. Like that's funny, I guess. And it's a story I tell people to like show how drunk I would get. Whoa, I put way too much. I'm gonna buff that out. To show people how drunk I would get and how awful I would be to my friends, because I literally screamed at my best friend just because she told me like, you're not making any efforts, right? So it was kind of like a wake-up call to see that I was really not doing well, but we didn't realize that until like months later. That's kind of the end of the story, and I'm kind of ready now, so I guess I'm done. No, I'm not done. I'm gonna do something more. I'm gonna take my purple eyeliner and draw some dots. Oh fuck. Like one here. One here. Yeah, whatever, that works. So yeah, I got kicked out of a club, and because I went on a pole, and it's a fun story I get to tell people when I meet them. I guess it's kind of my identity trait now, but it wasn't fun at the time. I was literally having an asthma attack and crying, so that wasn't fun, but whatever, it's in the past, and it's a funny story to tell. So I'm done with my makeup, and I'm done with the story, so this is the end of the video. I hope I kind of explained this well, because it's the first time I'm doing kind of a story time, and it's kind of hard to explain and make it fun and like make it realistic and like use the right words. Like, why did I say like 100 times? I don't know, but whatever. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, put a thumbs up, and I hope I see you in my next video. Goodbye.